At 27, I was living in a literal basement, addicted to coke, working at a vape shop, no meaningful relationships of any kind, devoid of any prospects or hope for a brighter future. Now I'm 30, have a job I thoroughly love, in school for paralegal, living in my own cozy apartment, building meaningful relationships, developing my yoga practice, and feeling satisfied for my life for the very first time. My 20s were wild lol. Can I ask what your turning point was? I was 420 pounds and about to start my weight loss journey. 33 now and 167 pounds star. That's amazing. 27F here. I am currently single for the first time in 6 years, putting my life back together, switching gears in my career. My lifestyle has drastically changed, learning tons of new things, and turns out some of them are now my hobbies. Recently went from 1 to 2 cats, waiting a few more months before getting back into dating, moving across the state to start a new job. Honestly, I feel behind right now, but I'm happy. You're not behind. You're right where you're supposed to be. My 27th birthday was a turning point in my life. My mother has been diagnosed with late-stage cancer, and I spent all of my free time outside of work with her in the hospital or at home helping my father take care of her. It was the kick in the gut I needed to truly look at my life and realize I was unhappy. I was working in the insurance industry for an insane boss that was a total tyrant. I was in a solid relationship that I didn't find fulfilling. I was living with terrible roommates. I quit the job with nothing lined up. I broke up with the lukewarm boyfriend. I moved out. At 29, I have doubled my income and work in a sector I particularly enjoy, surrounded by intelligent people. I met my current boyfriend who is more aligned with my ambition, humor and lifestyle. Mom is still with us and doing well. It was a very low point in my life, 27, but after burning things down to the ground and starting over, I cannot believe the life I am living now. And I am incredibly grateful. That is wonderful, blue heart. I'm 27 right now. I'm working a silly and fake little office job that I'm completely burned out of. Taking weekly music lessons but not seeing improvement despite consistent practice. I'm also single, but that's because I choose not to date. I know I'm really fortunate and am privileged, but overall life is just okay right now. Sometimes these are the best times because you will look back one day when you are truly happy and be grateful for whatever lesson you're learning but not seeing the fruit of yet. I hope your years only get better and better, smiley face. Good luck to you. 27 now and constantly battling the thought I'm nowhere near where I thought I'd be. I thought I'd have partner and kids, etc., but I just sold my house and moved back with my parents. I'm still young but worried about it all. I am also 27 here. Just left my ex after 5 years and moved back in with my parents. I feel you on being worried. Life is like this sometimes. Not what we expect, but it is still okay. We are right where we are supposed to be. Still living with my parents and suffering from horrible depression. I didn't get out of bed for a year during that time. I'm more functional these days. It's the little accomplishments. Be proud of getting out of bed. That shit is hard. I struggle WMDD as well. I'm 30 now. At 27 I was seeing a psychiatrist and recovering from a high-control religious group. I was learning to live on my own and my relationship with my parents was beginning to fall apart. I was dating and floundering and trying to find my way with love and figure out what I wanted and needed from a partner. I was an insomniac and lived in leggings and sweaters because I didn't know how to feel beautiful anymore. At 30 I have now been with my partner for well over a year. We just moved in together. My relationship with my parents is non-existent. They set a precedent by refusing to invite me to family events one day because I am dating an unbeliever and live in sin. I have new friends, and new interests. I think about God and contemplate the origins of man, but I don't feel pressured to attend a church anytime soon, if ever. I am 10 pounds lighter and no longer emotionally binge eat. I sleep amazingly and feel safe at night. I just bought a new summer dress yesterday, and I look vibrant in it, if I do say so myself. Yay. That's wonderful. Married to the wrong person, in school for the wrong career, spending time with the wrong friends. Of course I didn't know any of this at the time. Literally everything is different about my life in just 6 short years, and I couldn't be happier. Happy for you, smiling face. I was just out of the Navy and kind of lost without the structure. I had come to realize that the job I'd been doing did not transfer to civilian life, and it was painfully confusing to me because that was what I was promised. A military career would give me a better civilian life. It wasn't a great time. I left the service a bit later, but oof. That transition. WTF. You have all this built-in identity and community and it's just poof. Gone. Talk about a freaking whiplash event. It took me probably 3 to 4 years to figure my life out outside of the service. In a bad relationship, hated my job, lonely as fuck because all my friends were in a different life stage, flat broke. I was filing for divorce and moving back to my parents' house while my first husband was in jail. I hope you're better now. Living with my ex in a bad relationship but halfway through my master's in nursing. I ended it the year after and moved back to parents. Best thing I ever did. In the last 3 years I've started a new career, been promoted, bought my own house and dropped 30 pounds. Victory hand, medium light skin tone, still single. I'm curious what your new career is. Currently a bedside nurse and no, I won't be doing this for life. Working retail. Falling off of bar stools, hooking up and enjoying the single life. Username checks out. 27 seems like a lifetime ago and I'm only 31 now. At that time in my life I was enjoying being a self-employed house cleaner with weekends off to do whatever I wanted. I had energy, money and time to put into myself compared to what I've got going on these days, full-time caregiver to an elderly loved one. Living in a cute loft apartment with my fiancé and dog, working my first job in an industry I enjoyed. Spending way too much money on concerts, bars and dinners. But happy. Spending too much money but happy. I felt that. I feel that. Studying for the LSAT to try to get into law school. I should add, graduated from law school in my early 30s and have been happily lawyering since. It's never too late to try something new. I was pregnant with my first child, trying to finish my MAT degree, and taking care of my dying mother. Oh, that was an interesting year for me. In the first half of the year I was engaged to be married, just bought a house and was planning kids. In the second half, I was happily single, living in a fancy loft downtown and preparing to travel abroad for the first time in years. If you're ever feeling stuck, just remember that a lot can change in a year. Single, had just moved out of my parents' house. No money in the bank, but I had just bought a car and got my dog. I was working like crazy but I was pretty happy, I think. Married, but divorcing *, working successfully in my professional field full-time *, working on my doctorate *, renting a home *, living in a city 4 to 5 hours from my hometown *, well known in an artistic field for a hobby per second profession *, in a time of big transitions and decisions to figure out which paths I wanted to take career-wise and in my personal life. Almost 9 years ago, I was a drunk in an abusive relationship but I had a great career and owned my home. Now I'm divorced. My career took a dump when I started getting sober. I no longer own a home and have a roommate. Moving in with mom and dad at the end of the summer so I can rest for a bit after this long, hellish few years. On the bright side, I am happy. I'm free to enjoy my life on my terms, my bills are paid, starting over isn't so bad. Being chronic ill, growing apart with my cohabitating boyfriend, still in uni, having to quit a graduation project, a pandemic hit. It was not a good time. Turning 30, I am happily single, graduated, have an awesome job, gained the majority of my health back. Life is good. Thank you for this question actually. It reminds me how far I've come, smiley face. Turning 27 in less than 2 weeks. I've achieved all my goals, plans I've had since age 12, including completing Masters in Teaching *, teach IB Business Management and Economics *, moved to Japan *, make more than 2x my salary via passive income. Currently I'm just enjoying life and happy to see where life takes me. Smiley face. Wow. What kind of passive income streams do you have? I'm looking to start myself after graduating this summer. Congratulations on your achievements. I really want to visit Japan too. Smiling face, but their borders are still closed. Skeptical smiley face. About to turn 29. At 27 I had a good job and some good friends. Kind of a crappy boyfriend, but we're just friends now too. I spent a lot of time on my hobbies and pretty much the whole summer at the lake. I had 2 great dogs and a nice little place. I found the right balance with my meds, and for the first time on my 20s I wasn't massively depressed. 27 was a pretty good year. 28 has been pretty good too. I just started an even better job and got a new place to myself after living almost a year with my sister and her boyfriend. Still have 2 great dogs and some good friends. However, I am lacking in time due to my job to do all the things I want to do. Spring, summer is my busy season and, for the first time in my life, I'm looking forward to fall, winter when I can have a break.